ticker symbol USRM, currently traded at 0290. Went over this one last on the 8th, which would put us at right here where that red line is, give you a better idea if you can't have those super eyes that zoom in right down there at the bottom at the date. I know it's kind of small here, but 0239 must hold. Okay, that was going to be putting you, let's see, 0239. You guys were at must hold 0220. Trying to get a good point on this. So right here, I said must hold, and it did. Looking across there, very nicely actually, perfectly held that. Although, like I said, when I say it's got to break, it's got to hold. What I mean by that is that it's got to close above it. Okay, a break of it is closing it either way, up or down. You guys were still able to manage to do that, so that's awesome on that point. There you go, right there. Okay, so you guys following this one sideways like that, and then coming on this right here, 20-day simple moving average, bouncing off of it nicely. There's no gaps right now. Everything is clean. USRM really setting up nicely here, in my opinion. After looking at it, like we go both ways. Like I said over here with the chart, hey, if it's going down, I said it right here. I thought it was going to go down. It was going to go sideways. I think that it's starting to return here. Watch for the bounce here. Nice bounce coming off the 20-day simple moving average. Me personally, I would like to see a close above the 10-day. Avoid any gaps. If you avoid any gaps, I mean, it doesn't have to close above the 10-day simple moving average today, although it would be nice, but avoid gaps at all costs. I don't want to see any gaps here. And I'll hand it over to Joe when he's ready.
I was just looking into this right here because the last time I went over it with you was on the 8th, and obviously since then there's no recent news since the last time we went over it, and then also no filings or anything. But there's a 8K right over here that I definitely advise anybody that's interested in to go look at. Actually, two of them. There's one from 3.6 and then the one from 3.8. And from my understanding is the company, this last one right here, I'm right over to the top. It's the acquisition or disposition of assets. And it was on March 3rd, 2017. The company entered into an asset sale and lease agreement with GACP, General American Capital Partners, Stem Cell Bank LLC, a Florida limited liability company. GACP to sell to GACP fully depreciated equipment related to the segment of the company's business involving collecting, growing, and banking cell cultures for an aggregate of $500,000. Simultaneously with the sale of the equipment assets, the company leased back the equipment assets for the term of 3 years. The purchase price of the human banking business was $400,000 for the actual equipment, plus $50,000 for non-equipment assets specifically related to the banking business, plus another $50,000 for customer contracts related to the bank. As consideration for the lease back of the equipment assets, the company will pay base rent of $20,000 per month, plus a graduating payment of percentage rent for each of the 3 years. So in addition, this is what caught my attention on it. In addition, GACP has contractually agreed to invest an additional $2.5 million to open 10 stem cell clinics in the United States within 3 years, with a penalty provision to the benefit of the company for shortfalls if less than 6 clinics are opened within 24 months. So that right there, I mean, obviously you can go keep reading through it because, I mean, it's pretty extensive. I think it's 75 pages, but I mean, right there off the top, you get pretty much the gist of what's happening. And I mean, I remember last time we looked over it too on some other filings, they had a disagreement. These guys obviously worked it out and they're moving forward, and that's always a good thing for a company. So as always, if you have an opinion on the company or you want to continue doing your due diligence, do so by going over to the USRM board over there on Investors Hangout. From there, you'll see the company profile, the time and sales, the recent news, the filings, the financials, the buy rating. And as always, if you have an opinion on the company, feel free of sharing it over on the message board with the tens of thousands of like-minded investors that we have using Investors Hangout daily.
All right, for the time and sales, like Joe just said over here, you can get the time, price, and volume right here, showing you all the trades. So if you come home from a long day at work or whatever the case is, you can go back and see every single trade right here on this time and sales. Completely free over here on investorshangout.com. Most sites charge you for this stuff. Just remember, all the data here is completely free. As far as the chart goes, 0285, watch for buying to continue and break the 10-day simple moving average. We got to get a break up here of the 0307, resistance at 0307, 0336, 045, support at 0220, 0141, 0220 is a must hold. Chart is setting up, in my opinion. So make sure that if you would get out there and share this video, show us some support, share it on social networks and different forums and message boards. We'd appreciate it. To get the USRM video out there to give you guys a brief analysis to help those people that don't really understand too much about it, show them a little bit with this video. And as always, like we say, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay updated with this hot stock and all the others that we cover. If you have another hot stock you would like to share with us, head over to investorshangout.com/live. Investorshangout.com/live. You head over there, let us know about the hot stocks you're following. We'll take them and add them to our list of